The frogs are unique because they're the only carousel animal, not only the only Herschel Spillman carousel animal, but the only carousel animal of that era that wears human clothing. You see, these guys, they've got tuxedos and bow ties. They're going to a fancy party somewhere. They're on their way. And that's a unique thing about the Herschel Spillman frogs. A bit of carousel trivia for you. I'm William Lewis Brown. I'm the manager of the Balboa Park Carousel. I started working here in 1972 at the age of 16. I used to come down as a child, and I noticed how much fun the guys who worked here were having, and I said, this would be a fun job. So I asked the woman who owned the carousel at the time, Virginia Long. She worked in the ticket box, so I had easy access to the owner. And I said, well, how old do you have to be? And she said 16. So as soon as I was 16, I was down here and been here ever since. I'll see adults that I knew when they were kids, and now they're bringing their kids. And they'll tell me that. I'll say, I remember I rode this when I was a kid, now I'm bringing Junior on, and showing him how much fun it is. When I started working here at 16, they called them ring persons. We put the brass ring game out. Eventually, I became an operator. I kept bugging the operator, said, let me operate. Finally, he gave in and taught me how to operate. It takes a lot of varied skills. You gotta be mechanically inclined, You think of mechanics as, you see those auto mechanics, the surly mechanic, but you gotta be friendly too, to interact with the public. So being a carousel operator takes a wide range of varied skills. You gotta be good with people, but you also have to be good with machines. Everything you see here is original from 1910. Not only the paintings and the animals, but the machinery as well. And we spend at least a half hour every morning greasing and oiling and everything, and that's why we rarely have anything break down. It's still going after 108 years. There's a line of just 3 people that continue the tradition, so it only got passed off twice. So I'm fairly confident when I'm greasing the carousel in the morning, I'm doing it the same way that Herschel Spillman, the manufacturer, meant for it to be done. So it's pretty cool. About 5 years ago, I got a really bad case of the flu. Luckily at the time I had a good backup operator, a guy named Thomas, who was able to work at least one weekend for me, either 1 or 2, probably 2 weekends for me. But I had it really bad. There was one day where I really thought I might die. It was pretty bad. It was all I could do just to lie in bed and will myself to keep breathing, and that's the only time in my 46 years here that I ever was so sick that I couldn't operate. And now I'm taking steps to prevent that by getting a flu shot, and seems to be working. Haven't got sick since. So, well, I think your health is everything. It's and both my parents passed away about around 20 years ago. My mother had breast cancer, and my father had leukemia. And through the experience of my parents becoming ill, the carousel was one constant, in my life, so. That I'd known, since I was 16. So at a time of change, it was good to have for me. I think health is important, but the most important thing. I strongly believe that your mental health affects your physical health, and this is a fun place to be. It's a good atmosphere. The kids are always smiling. Even the adults are happy, and you just, share that good time with the customers, and it keeps you in a good mood. When the ride first starts up, and some small child who's never been on before suddenly feels the animal moving, that's the magical moment. You go, oh man, this is great. And I'd say that's the magical moment, seeing a small child ride for the first time. Yeah. I've got 46 years in now, so it would be kind of cool to go 50 at least. That is a goal I secretly had that I've never told anyone. Let's see if I can make it to 50. You just got my goal there.